What a nice group of people on a nice sunny fall day. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome to the formal opening of the East End Library. I'm Harriet Coulter, and I'm director of the Richmond Public Library System. This is the sixth of Richmond's branch libraries that has been completely renovated thanks to the City of Richmond. And this investment of the City of Richmond in your public library provides improved public spaces for learning through technology and books, through attractive neighborhood spaces, and by being a place that reflects your pride in your neighborhood. We're fortunate to begin today's ceremony with the musical selection provided by the Happy People Daycare. So if they'll come forward.
One, two, three.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn to pieces. It's my offering. Take me at the throne. Leave me there alone. Gaze upon your glory to sing to you this song. Take me to the King. Truth is in time. Sunshine of you. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm on church now, hurting of you. I can't face what's left to do. Changes on me, no tears to cry, no tears to cry. Even if I try, but still my soul leaves you best to die. One touch will change my mind. Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn to pieces. It is my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone. Gaze upon your glory to sing to you the song. We sang to the King. I don't have much time to stop the rainy game. Bring me the world for the people's gain. So I feel right now, let it go like rain. Oh yeah, 'cause today's rain, today's after you. Oh yeah, no, you're lying. I can't have you see young. To run to you, this is all I need. Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn to pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Lay me there alone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, you want to join your teacher? There you go. All right. In case you've never been in this library before and wonder what was it that we did, Well, this is pretty much a new building, except for the structure itself and a few things in the staff area that you won't see. There's a fact sheet available, I think it's over there, that details the improvements, but put in simplest terms, it's all new or will be once a few final things get here. So, to continue with our program, I want to introduce you to Brenda Drew. Dr. Drew is Vice Chairman of the Library Board of Trustees, which is a 9-member board appointed by City Council to represent the community as the governing board of Richmond Public Library. She also serves on the board of Reynolds Community College and is a former principal with Richmond Public Schools. Please join me in welcoming Brenda Drew.
Thank you, Harriet. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. I'm pleased to represent the Richmond Public Library Board of Trustees as we celebrate this milestone in Richmond Public Library's history. Several other board members are here, at least I've seen a few of them, and I'd like for them to be acknowledged. Anita Green. Anyone else on the board here? They're coming. The Library Board is responsible for all of our public libraries in Richmond. In that role, we see the work of all 9 of Richmond public libraries, and we work together to have each library be unique to its neighborhood. When the East End Library opened in 1965, it was the 4th branch library to be built in Richmond. It provided books, story times, and other programs, just like we do today. But other things have changed since this library opened 48 years ago. Obviously, the computer areas and the wiring required for those computers weren't even thought of when this library was built. And certainly, the current digital technologies like wireless connections and e-books were not part of the library services offered 4 decades ago. Today, we thank the City of Richmond for investing in this library renovation project and investing in this neighborhood. We extend a special thanks to Dr. Newbill, the East End Library Advisory Group, and other members of this community for their patience and hard work during the renovation period. I'm especially pleased that Mayor Jones is the first speaker for this ribbon-cutting ceremony. During the mayor's years in public service, he has valued and supported education, workforce development, and economic growth in building a better Richmond and moving our city to a Tier 1 place to live, work, play, and learn. He continues to support our youth, building new schools and providing leadership opportunities through the Mayor's Youth Academy. To all gathered here today for this celebration, I am pleased to introduce our mayor, the Honorable Dwight C. Jones. Thank you, Mayor Jones.
Thank you, Brenda and Harry. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on, this is a great day. Good afternoon, everybody. You're almost as shy as the little babies who sang up here. Give you a few minutes and you'll start belting it out like they were getting ready to do. I'm happy to be here today because this is a continuation of the great work that we are trying to do throughout the city, but particularly in the East End. And we are really happy, particularly to dedicate this library. We have done 6 libraries during my administration, complete renovations, but there's something special about coming into the inner city and providing the kind of hope that is something that happens when you have something new and gleaming and beautiful like this library is today. If you look down the street, you'll see the gleaming brand new MLK Middle School that's under construction, and this library, when you think about what we're doing in Creighton and Wickham and what's happening at Bon Secours, the medical building that's going to be built there, I think that you can agree with me that we are investing in the East End, and we are investing in the East End in ways that is going to cause a renaissance to take place in this community, even greater than the renaissance that is taking place here now. I want to thank Dr. Newbill for the wonderful leadership that she is providing to this district. She has been a wonderful leader for the 7th District. She stands strong and firm on the things she believes in, and I want you to give her a round of applause because she deserves it. You know, public service, particularly public service at the local level, is not an easy thing. I was just telling Ken Dye from the cable company that this is where the rubber meets the road, and you have to be strong and of good courage to be in local government, because there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. People will find you in the supermarket, in the restaurant. They'll follow you to the restroom if you let them. And it's very difficult. And so I applaud people who take on the responsibility and who are willing to take on the job of leading at the local level. So thank you, Cynthia, for all of the great work that you do. And I want to express my thanks also to Harriet Coulter. Now, who came in here and made the thing ring? All right, are you armed? Okay. I want to thank Harriet Coulter and the Board of Trustees for the libraries, for the wonderful work they've done. Under their leadership, all of these renovations have taken place, and we're very happy that our city can boast that we have these wonderful facilities all over the city of Richmond. And as has been mentioned, Brenda Drew mentioned the changing face of libraries today with the technology and the computers, and we see people who are continually on the computers, and we don't have enough for all of the people who need to be connected, people who are part of the digital divide. They need this accessibility. But whenever I come to a library opening, I have to always reiterate that we may put computers and Wi-Fi and we may get connected, but there's nothing like having a book in your hand. There's nothing like being able to sit in a quiet place and go to another place through the marvel of reading. So we are delighted that this day has come, and we want to thank all of those who have made it possible, and we look forward to more and more great things happening, Dr. Newbill, in the East End of the city of Richmond. That's my promise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Jones. And that leads directly into Dr. Cynthia Newbill, City Council Member for the 7th District. She serves the neighborhood well. Please welcome Council Member Cynthia Newbill.
Okay, the mayor knows that one of the things that I'm going to say is that this is a great day where?
In the 7th District.
In the 7th District in the East End of Richmond, Mr. Mayor. I simply want to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to all who've made this a reality. Mr. Mayor, for your visionary leadership in terms of making sure the dollars are in the budget, the board of the library, and all that you've done over the last several years to have 6 libraries renovated and more to come, right? Yes, okay, all right. And certainly our chief librarian, Ms. Harriet Coulter, our librarian here, Ms. Veronica Holloway, our East End Advisory Board, who've also labored in the vineyard, and all of the community partners that have been vital to this effort. I simply want to say thank you. One of the things that, and I'm going to endeavor to be brief, which you know I'm not noted for, right? Okay, things that I care about. You've heard that? Okay. But I'm going to work on it, Mr. Mayor. One of the things that I think is so critical, this library, I probably could have found my seat in it from when I was a student and accessing this resource in this community. And so I am so proud that we now have this resource for our children. And the sign, as it was flipping through, talked about informing, enriching, and empowering our children to be, and our families to be successful in a very highly technological global society. That's what we're getting folks ready for. And so this gets us on that road and on that path. And so I simply want to, again, just express my sincere thanks and appreciation to each and every one of you who contributed to this incredible renovation. I also want to say thank you because in the meantime, while we were waiting, Mr. Mayor, for this wonderful renovation, we had a little spot on 9 Mile Road. And so that we would not lose any ground during that period of time that the renovation was going on. And so that was cozy space, but this is just extraordinary space. And to say that we had great partners is an understatement. Mr. Ken Dye made it possible for us to be connected in that little space. and so that our children could and our families could tie into the many resources that were so important, whether it was working on a term paper or filling out a job application. And I simply want to express our sincere thanks and appreciation. And so again, I thank each and every one of you who have helped to make this a reality in this community for our children, for our families, for our community, and for our city. Thank you. And do I Thank you. You gonna do that with me? Okay. And so, as I mentioned, Mr. Kandai was critical to us being connected in the other location. And so, our chief librarian, Ms. Coulter, and I would just like to give this small token of appreciation. And I guess I'll just read just a little bit, not the whole thing. Okay. Thanks to Comcast Richmond's corporate contribution, the temporary branch was able to provide more than 8,500 hours of internet time to families. This helped to ensure the continued success of the Richmond Public Library's Job Search Centers program that provides computers, internal access, staff, volunteers, and one-on-one assistance to those searching and applying for jobs. In addition, visitors had internet access for doing homework. And Mr. Mayor, something about the Youth Academy, when they came to City Council, they told us how important it was to have access to technology, and Mr. Dye made sure that they had that this summer. So in addition, visitors had internet access for doing homework, performing research, and accessing information on local services. This also included the ability for 12 seniors to participate in a 4-week educational training workshop series of basic computer and internet classes. And so now, therefore, Richmond City Council does hereby officially recognize, honor, celebrate, and bestow the official Richmond Community Service Award on Comcast Richmond. We thank you and just look forward to
Great working with you.
many more partnerships.
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
thank
We've
you.
got a lot of plans. Thank you. Thank you. Picture? Picture real quick?
All right, lots of cameras.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Harry.
Thank you. All right. We've had a couple of library board member, another library board member come in since we started. So I'd like to recognize Gail Zwerner, who I think is over in the corner, who's sitting at the table over there. So Gail Zwerner has been on the library board for a couple of years, and she also brings her personal professional expertise because she's the law librarian at the University of Richmond Law Library. So that really brings a professional expertise to us. Every one of our libraries is similar yet different because every neighborhood in Richmond is different. What is constant among all our libraries is that people tell us that they value my library as a gathering place in the neighborhood, and they value the library as a place to learn and grow. They value the library as a place to access current information, good books, valuable classes, and interesting programs for everyone. It takes people to make things happen at our library, and we have a very dedicated library staff who work to make the library useful to you. To tell us some of what you can expect at the East End Library, please welcome Veronica Holloway, the branch manager for East End Library. Veronica?
Good afternoon. Welcome, honored guests, friends, and neighbors. We're so happy that you came out today to share this experience with us, the opening, the ribbon cutting of this beautiful building. On behalf of the staff, I would like to thank Mayor Jones, Councilwoman Cynthia Newbill, Ms. Coulter, and the project managers, Mr. Tholen, and all of the staff who was involved with the construction, architectural, and the design team. A special thanks also goes to our library board and Mount Olivet Baptist Church and the little children who sang from Happy People Daycare Center. I would like to introduce our staff. Sarah O'Neill, Wanda Coleman, Darlene Perry. We had a Darlene Alexander, she retired. Ian Blow, and Martha Goodman, who is not here right now. So we look forward to serving. Okay, we have quite a few programs planned for the year, so please check our website, and we look forward to serving you. Thank you.
We have people on the staff, but we also have people who serve on advisory councils to our libraries. And we're lucky to have an especially active and engaged advisory council for the East End Library. Representing the East End Library Advisory Council today is Dr. Sandra Mobley, who was the first president of East End's Advisory Council. Please welcome Dr. Sandra Mobley.
Good evening, Mayor John, official, government official, chief of the library and her staff and administration, my council, who has been successful for 6 to 7 long years in making this library what it is today, being the first president of this so-called East End Richmond Library, as it was called when I first started, but now council, because we have so many boards and we have to distinguish between the two. But since then, we had an awareness of doing 2 things. One, find out what the East End Library needed. And as you can look around, we know that we can see some of the things that been needed compared to what it was before. We also, for the second thing, funding. The community has helped us so many ways in doing things to help them from a funding standpoint for both the children, the adults, and everyone else on the library staff. Being both awareness and, of course, the funding is our very special Cynthia Newman, who is on the council, has really worked with us, and also the project management, also the task force, to make this library continue for what it is today. This library today is beautiful compared to a couple weeks ago. But it is an image that we can continue for the years to come. Yes, the council members, I would like for them to come forward and stand so you can see them. The president is Fred Green now. He has done well in working in the community, spreading the word to the community, asking the community to assist this library. The staff on the library work so closely with us in every way possible. We work as a partner. We have worked as a partner within the community. We have worked as a partner within the council members. And of course, our Councilwoman Newman was always there and available. So today, thank you for having me to be the first president and the opportunity to see after so many years what has happened today. Thank you for letting another person to follow me. I know my work's not in vain. Fred, continuing, Vice President, continuing, Treasurer, keeping the money in shape. And I'm going to say the officer, President Fred Green, our Treasurer, Marvin Todd, our Delegate Secretary, keep the notes, and I mean good notes, Denise Monroe, our Vice President, I'm the Vice President. Now, and other members, please hold your hand. Thank you, government official and local official, and all of the librarians being here today to help this library stand above the hill of the new school down at the bottom of the hill. What a beauty that we will have this library in the near future and within the same renovation of the entire East End Library. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mobley. She also referred to other support groups that the library has. There are several board members from the Library Foundation here, and the foundation contributed $4,000 to purchase new books for this for the new building, for the reopening. They also have a Buy a Book project, and I'm sure Amy Bridge will be handing out Buy a Book contribution folders. Amy's over there in the pink, so you might want to get away from Amy today. I'd also like to recognize the Friends of the Library, which sponsored the giveaways for the reopening, so that you have a reminder to take home for today. We're almost ready to cut the ribbon, but before we do that, I want to recognize the people that really built this library, and most of them are over there. Klaus Toland was project manager. Don Summers is back there. I don't see John Winter, who's the chief of capital projects. The architect, Jim Rice, Paul Schob, and Ed Todd doing construction management. Chandler Mangan is here as well. Chandler Mangan's right there that works on the capital project staff. We have, and I'm not sure that L&M Electrical and Plumbing was the general contractor, and I'm not sure that we have anybody here from L&M Construction. It also takes the work of city public works staff, building maintenance staff, procurement, finance. Sharon Judkins, the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Finance and Administration, is here, and the Mayor's Chief of Staff, Suzette Dinslow, is here, who also is an ex-library board member, which makes her even better. All right, finally, I want to take a minute just to comment on why we're investing in renovating our libraries. Some would say that computers and ebooks and personal technology devices and the internet are taking over and we don't need libraries. I would tell you that our data tells us that while half the people come to the libraries to use libraries, that's only half. And they also use books and other materials at the library. And the other half come for the books, the DVDs, the magazines, and attend classes. Last year, 17,700 people got new library cards. So they certainly found a reason to be in today's library. A quote in the Chicago Tribune recently said, "Some people say libraries are old-fashioned. They're lost in a new society." No, it's all learning in a new environment. And I think that's a good way to look at it, because libraries started out being about learning. It's just a different environment. Libraries are still about learning. So if you were at a Richmond Public Library last month, you could have, or this month, not last month, this month, you could have participated in the Teen 13 event as part of the Virginia Literary Festival, where teens and parents listen to 15 Virginia authors talk about writing. You could have heard stories for children and families, either told by library staff or told by the Richmond Story League. You could have attended a workshop for parents and teens on teens' legal rights, or maybe you didn't want your teens to attend that program. You could have attended a money management program offered by the Virginia Credit Union. You could have attended a training to be a certified personal care assistant. You could have attended a GED class. You could have attended a computer class to learn basic software or basic internet skills. Or you could have checked out a book, either print or ebooks. You could have participated in learning in a new environment. So I hope you'll take advantage of that new environment. And to officially cut the ribbon on the new environment, I'd like Mayor Jones to come forward, Councilmember Newbill, Brenda Drew for the Public Library Board, Dr. Mobley representing the East End Library Advisory Council, and Veronica Holloway representing the library staff. And Mayor Jones will officially cut the ribbon.
We're going to count back from 3. Come on, and our young people are going to lead us, okay? Get a piece of that ribbon. All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
So we
Thank
will
you,
declare
Julie.
the library officially open and enjoy.
Thank